Welcome to PreMarket Prep Show. I hope everyone's having an amazing morning. Hopefully you guys are doing well this Friday morning as we get into the last day of the week and our holiday weekend coming up. So looking forward to that, guys. All right, we're a little bit early today, just kind of hanging out here into we get started around 8:30. So we have our coffee, we have our water, and we were just kind of getting the engines warmed up here. So guys, hopefully you had a good day yesterday. It was a good day for some stocks. Amazon was amazing yesterday, and some other ones that just continue to trade with the overall market. We saw a lot of this yesterday, a lot of sell-off right at the beginning, and then followed by a very nice V reversal. So many stocks did that. Opportunities towards the downside, opportunities towards the upside. So again, just could play this market so many different ways, and I completely understand if it's some of the stuff, it's difficult at times, but hopefully you're able to capitalize on some of those moves. This market is not the easiest, that's for sure. But there are some moves out there that can be very, very, very nice. So let's get to it, guys. So as we end this month, let's take a look at Trading Terminal, see what's going on. I did see that this is the worst first half of the SPY since 1970. That's the title of our pre-market show this morning, and you can see that on there, not looking too good. So I saw that on CNBC, I think it was. Where was that? Right over here. Let's get our Trading Terminal website up and rolling this morning. So here it is. So we had just having a tough time with this market here. You can see that there, the worst fall first half since 1970. So obviously things have not been going too well for the overall S&P 500. Good morning, Mad Max. Charlie, good morning as well. Joshua, good morning to you also. Welcome, guys. Welcome as we get going here. And over in our chat, Master Guns, good morning. Same, good morning, Mr. T. Welcome. We got a couple of folks in here, nice and early, ready to get this show on the road. So, welcome, guys. All right, let's see what we had yesterday on deck. Let's take a look. So, going over to our watch list. Where's my little thing here? There we go. Let's take a look at Oxy. So we had Oxy, first one on the list this morning. We'll take a look at that. Then we'll look at our gappers list just a little bit later. We're just taking it a little bit slow until we get going around 8:30 or so. When Nora comes on, we'll get things cracking there. So here's Oxy. Let's take a look at yesterday's price action on the 5-minute. We're going to go ahead and just look at this. Oh, this was I didn't pay too much attention to this one. Again, Amazon took my entire attention very early on. Oxy here, just brutal trading. I mean, this is the stuff that gets traders, right? I mean, it's just look at these candles here. When you see this type of price action being printed, that's tough to trade because it's just no continuation. Every candle overlapping the previous one. And what I mean by that is you have this drop here, right? Then the next candle comes up and just overlaps that previous candle. So that's never good. Then you go back to the next one, same thing here. It's just this up and down action. There's just no direction here. Eventually, it does seem to do a nice bull flag here. Well, not nice. Let me take that back. Does a bull flag, not a nice bull flag. And then you have this breakout here, but it's so tough to trust this trade after it's done this here, right? So not an easy trade. Later in the morning, it does sell off here pretty nice, and that becomes a good opportunity. But for the most part, goes right back to tough trading again. So Oxy not as clean. We've seen Oxy trade very well, guys. Just yesterday was not the day for Oxy as far as trading clean there. Let's take a look here. We also had Nike on deck, and I believe Nike also had. What was Nike's earnings? Was it earnings or news? I forgot what it was. They had something going on a couple of days ago, right over here. I forgot if it was earnings or something else. I believe it was earnings. I think they were one of the last ones that were doing earnings. If we actually look at our earnings calendar, I think we are done for now. Let's head over to our trading terminal here, see what's going on. But I think we're done with earnings. Let me just check that there. Trading terminal and earnings calendar, which again, guys, tradingterminal.com, really, it was earning Joe. Thank you. Really good website here. So earnings on Monday. So you see that drop we had there. And I think at the tail end of this, MU was yesterday. We'll pull up MU. I did not see how that traded. We'll look at that shortly. And next week we should be done, right? Oh, we got a couple of stragglers left here. We're close, obviously, guys. Independence Day, we are close. Looking forward to a nice long weekend there. And I got a couple of names coming up here. See if I recognize any big company or one that could be interesting to look out for. I don't see quickly. I'm not seeing anyone that looks decent. Then after that, July 11th, we got a couple more. I thought we are dying down. What is all these earnings coming up here? We got quite a few, looks like. So yeah, interesting. All right. So and then here you have the economic calendar as well. So if you want to see what's happening, Jared pulled this up yesterday on the chat as well. So if you want to see what's going on, you know what not all of these are significant reports, but there are a few here that do make some noise when they do come out. So you can be on the lookout when those are happening. You can check that information here on the economic calendar as well. So pretty neat stuff there. All right, coming back to our screen, let's take a look. So Nike yesterday, how did that do? Let's take a look at Nike here. We'll bring up, 1 second, let me change something here. There we go. All right, so Nike, here is Nike yesterday. Actually not horrible, not bad, not bad. After, later in the parts of the afternoon looked pretty good here. Nice run all the way up to 103 from the lows of 100 there, and then right back down to 101 or so towards the close of the day. So not a bad action. Again, just a tough morning, but guys, remember that you don't have to do all your trading in the first couple of minutes. There's so much opportunities throughout the day. So if your trading time allows you to, there's other opportunities you can take advantage of throughout the day. So Ruszilla, good morning, my friend. Good day to you as well. Good morning to you. Here is Lee. Rough stuff on Lee, guys. Here, sometimes part of the luck in trading. There's not a whole lot of luck in trading, but part of it is watching the right tickers at the right time, right? I mean, Lee here, nice drop. This was a big sell-off as well. And then from there, it just becomes pure chop, and then you get the nice bounce all towards the high of the day there, which is really nice. But again, you just got to sit around and wait for this to happen, right? So you're sitting here, what is this, an hour and almost 2 hours there? I mean, it's not easy to do, but that's what takes place. Sometimes you got to be very, very patient. So that was Lee yesterday. So yeah, so sometimes part of the luck in trading is being able to to watch the right stocks, right? That's something that unfortunately is part of being able to catch these opportunities. Here's Neo. Neo actually, it's not bad because the tough part when you get these opens is when you get a drop that goes all the way to the bottom, it gives you no pullback, and then you have a small pullback here, and then you get the chop, right? Neo actually gave you a couple opportunities here. You got a nice opening range on the 5, nice pullback there. Look at the weakness, losing the low of the day. That's pretty nice. And then you got another opportunity here as well. Once it hits the moving averages. So I think there's a lot of opportunities here on Neo, and then here you got the bounce into the pop. Again, a lot of companies doing this. I'll show you what Amazon did, which was very, very clean compared to these other companies. And then here, you got a little bit of room to play as well, right? Getting very top at this level, and that was a good level you could play off if you're doing this later parts of the day. Um, what's the difference between your level two and Thor's level two? Sean is asking. And guys, a good time to ask questions before we get to our 8:30. So if you have questions, throw them out there. Um, and Robert's asking, which site do we use for earnings? We use tradingterminal.com. So I'll put it on here, tradingterminal.com. You can check that out there. So my difference between the level two, I just kept the level two that Andrew uses, right? I kept his profile. I have not changed that in years. Um, Thor's level two, to be honest, I don't even know how to answer that. It is so complex. I think he has a whole webinar on that thing, and again, it's very good. I've seen members take real good advantage of it. You know, he has his S and R support levels, which are also very good. I don't use them. It's just they don't fall into my trading style. But that doesn't mean that they're not great, right? So they're pretty good. You definitely want to try them out. One thing about trading, guys, and I see this all the time, where there's so many different styles you can try, right? That you can try to be successful at. It's not just one way of trading. There's so many different styles. I mean, if you look at just the moderating team alone, right? It's a couple of us, just the moderating team alone. I think we all trade very different. There might be some similarities between the moderators, but for the most part, we all trade very different. We all have our own unique style, and that's important. You have to find your style. Once you can do that, I don't want to say trading is easy, but it does become fairly easy. Yeah, I have to try and make it as best as possible to be realistic, right? Because trading is not easy, no matter how long you've been doing it. But it becomes more predictable. Maybe is the right word I'm using, right? So looking for, I think that's the best way to say that. So here is welcome, Robert. Welcome to the BBT community, man. So welcome to the family. So if you just joined, welcome. So here's Neo again. Did very well. Good volume this morning already. 1.1 million shares traded. It is up 2%. Not reckless trader in our chat. Yes, that is right. Today is Canada Day. So what is Canada Day? Is that like Canada's Independence Day? Um, Canada Day. So yeah, happy Canada Days to my Canadian friends up in the north. So hopefully you are enjoying things out there. So what do? You have today off as your holiday, but on Monday it's not a holiday, although probably other companies you do business with are probably closed as well. So you get two for one there. Very nice, very very nice. Um, I used to love the companies who used to work up in Canada that were our vendors. They had their day like Boxing Day. Like they have Boxing Day and we have Thanksgiving, believe it is, and it's like around the same time. So we always make jokes that Canada just created a holiday for every holiday that we had, even if there was not a holiday, they created Boxing Day or whatever it was. And they'll take off their day and they also take off our day because we were the biggest supplier or partner, and they had nobody to call during the holidays of the U.S. So if you're in Canada, you're in good shape. You get a lot of benefits up there. So no Jared this morning. Sorry to disappoint you. Jared is off on Fridays. He'll be back on Tuesday. Remember, Monday we are off with July 4th. Here is XPEF. XPEF, by the way, he is again very similar to Neo. Very clean drop as well. Look at the nice pullback you get here, right? See these pullbacks you're getting. That is what I like to look for in these type of plays towards the bottom or towards the top, either way. But you get a pullback, kind of gives you an opportunity to get in before things get really extended, right? So that was nice there. And then you have the bounce that many stocks had during this time between around 10, some of them a little bit later, 10:30 or so had this bounce here that was pretty good. Then sideways action again, and this is where it's a tough market when it starts doing this here. Very, very difficult to trade within this time. What happens is, guys, volume dies down. So always look at the volume. If the volume dies down and you're going sideways, is never a good thing. There's no way to trade this here successfully, in my opinion. Oh, look at Disney. I did not see Disney. This was very similar to what Amazon did. Look at this drop on Disney. Wow, this was nice. Very, very clean on Disney there. And then I had Amazon. Amazon, if you can see here, look how beautiful this drop was, guys. Nice pullback here before the 5 minute close into the next 5 minute candle. And it was just a beautiful, beautiful short. And it gave you a nice recovery as well. Look at this pop here, holds off here, gives you a nice pullback, and look at the play that it goes all the way up to this level here. Not your high of day, but man, nice bounce on Amazon there. And then you got this sideways action. So for my afternoon traders, I know it was a tough afternoon on many of these stocks. So So that's what we had on deck, guys, yesterday against okay Watchlist. Not the best. We've seen better, but not bad. Not bad at all. Control A, Control X gets rid of that. And let's take a look what we have so far on our list. I want to look at MU. MU had earnings last night, and I know there was concerns on what they were going to report here. Not crazy bad. I mean, they're down 5.3, so it's not good. Um, but yeah, it's not horrible, right? This is this to me seems like the market could do this to you, right? Down 5.3 on earnings during this market condition is actually not a bad thing. I don't see this as a bad thing. I don't know how you guys are gauging it, but to me, this is actually okay. So we'll see if they're done or if this morning they're going to be getting dropped a little bit further here. So earnings did not look good for MU. I did not see the report on MU yet. Let's take a look here. I'm just going to go over to our tradingterminal.com and see. I'll go over to news. You can come right over here and you can check out what's happening down here. Just put the ticker in there. We'll put MU and then we can click on this here and see what was the report on MU here. All right, guys, as we're closing out the trading week and going into a holiday weekend, we'd love for you guys to support us there over on YouTube with some thumbs up. We'll try to get a 400 today. I know some people might be off as it is a holiday week, but we'll see. Let's push anyways. Why not? So let's see on MU, lowest target to 70. So the price is 50. So, okay. But the overall, the target is 70, 64 here. So a lot of downgrades for MU looks like 70, 64, 70, 100. We're below all these numbers. What else do we have here? I think those targets are meant for like down the line, right? Not for like right now, but meaning a couple of weeks out, maybe. That's the way they're doing it, or that's probably the value of what they think the company should be, regardless of the market conditions now. Dropping things, right? So just I guess you got to keep that in mind. So here it is. So my MU Micron Technology. So they beat on estimates. Sales look to be okay. So it must have been their future forecast was not looking happy. So that's probably what it is. Doesn't say here, but maybe something in their forecast, which is usually what people tend to want to look at, did not do very well. So decline and stuff in 2022. What else we have here? Decline in some percentages. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. It looks like they're not getting a great guidance going forward, which, again, is any company getting great guidance during this time? I highly doubt it. All right, excellent. Was there no engineering in the markets today? Yeah, Green Fridays, no engineering in the markets, so you won't see Jared on Fridays. And I don't come on to 8:30, but I was up since like 5 something, so I figure let's hang out for a little bit before we get into our regular programming. So yeah, so on our gappers list, got a couple of things in the green, some other stuff in the red there. MU down 5.3. I saw Neo on our list, and Neo actually looked pretty decent today as far as volume. We just have to see how that event is going to play out, right? That came out with that accusations of doing funny business with their revenues and their numbers. So we'll see how that has any effect on Neo. Right now they're up 1.7, 1.1 million shares traded so far. So not bad pre-market action. I'm just always going to keep that stuff in the back of my head. You got to be very careful with this one. I know some traders might not touch it after that. There'll be other opportunities, but for the most part, you want to be very, very careful with Neo. SWN. Oh, my trade ideas is not linked. Let's do that. Let's link our trade ideas. Come up here over to tools, external linking, and we'll get this linked up with our montage. Let's go ahead and erase this. Delete this one here. Yep. And then we'll add it right over here. Excellent. There we go. Beautiful thing. All right, perfect. So now if we click on SWN, which is Southwestern Energy, let's move this over. Excuse me. Let's get this out of the way. We have Southwestern Energy. Doesn't look good at all, guys. This thing is all over the place right now. Up 3%. No volume on this. So it's just nothing really happening on this stuff here. We'll definitely move on from this one here. Let's look at Kohl's today. Kohl's this morning, early look. What's going on with Kohl's? We have time. So let's go look at our trading terminal here. What's going on with Kohl's? They're down 18.7. Wow. What happened to Kohl's? Did they stop doing their Kohl's cash like BEP and Beyond did? People live off that stuff. You don't want to do that. So Kohl's, what's happened? Update. Kohl says, um, let's bring this over here. Kohl says softening consumer spending now expected to be the down height of single digits for Q2. Okay, so yeah, so just more bad news. People are holding on to their money. That's what's happening. Hey, Norm, good morning, my friend.
Hey, brother, what's going on?
How are you this morning?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah, they had some guidance issues, but their bigger deal was that they were going to get bought out, and that's not going to happen.
Hmm. Okay, so that fell through. All right, yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
their
that's
deal
not
fell
good.
through.
Coles is definitely in play, guys. We're gonna add Coles right on our list right over here. Down 18%, 1.4 million. Coles with those type of numbers, they can trade very, very well. So definitely gonna be looking at that. All right, Norm, let's get to some market stuff. I know we're talking in the show about how this is the worst first half of the SPY since 1970. So definitely things have not been going well. But what's the overall latest and greatest on the SPY as we go into this weekend?
Uh, yeah, I mean, like you said, worst first half in the market since the 70s. I don't see a whole lot going on today. Holiday this weekend. Happy Canada Day to our Canadian friends. U.S. Independence Day on Monday. Market's closed. I have a feeling it'll be pretty choppy after that. After the open this morning. So
Yeah, I agree 100%. I don't think it's gonna be one of those days. And it happens all the time. One time, somebody asked me, how do you know that? How do you know it's gonna be choppy? It's all based on what we've seen in the past repeat itself over and over again. I mean, how many holiday weekends have we gone through, right? Since we've been trading, and it tends to happen, especially after 10 o'clock, like 12, it just dies down. Now, this market has been crazy. There's a few times we've seen some insane sell-offs. Anything is possible. For the most part, I do expect a choppy market as well after the open. All right, let's take a look here, guys. XPEV is coming up on the green side of things. So here's XPEV up 2.2. Maybe now that Neo's got some dirt on them that we don't know if it's how accurate it is. Maybe XPEV could be the one that kind of takes over that spot until something else, something comes out on them as
they
well.
they reported their June deliveries, and they were up
Yeah.
133% year over year. So Neo did as well. They were up 60% year over year, but Neo kind of was the early starter in there and has a little bit of a head start advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So their
Mm-hmm.
numbers are against bigger numbers.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense. I like
But
XPEV
yeah,
today,
I mean,
guys.
we've discussed this the last couple of days. We got
Yeah.
problems in this space now that this short reports come out. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, yeah, and it could take a while, guys, for that to happen. But yeah, just be careful. So XPEP is good, guys. Good volume this morning, up 2.3. We'll see where that goes. We have Coast already on the gap down list. Here's MU, which looks again down 5% for this type of market. It's not really a big deal after their earnings yesterday.
I'm
Seven hundred
shocked it's
sixty-one
not down
thousand.
more, frankly, but I think it's
Yeah,
sold
right.
off a lot in
Yeah,
anticipation of that. So,
yeah, yeah.
still a big move. A lot of volume on it this morning. We'll see how it goes. That's dragging down TSM as well, Nvidia. So,
Yeah, TSM a drop of 4% there. Nvidia down also 2.2 this morning. MU will add it onto this list. I don't know how well it's going to trade, guys. We haven't traded MU in quite a while. It's not the same ticker it used to be, obviously. But I like Nvidia though. Nvidia is actually looking really good. Even as a sympathy play here, nice drop this morning, down 2.1. Some good volume as well, 344,000. I'm going to put this as a possible. I might even end up replacing MU with NVIDIA because NVIDIA, even as a sympathy play, it trades a whole lot better than MU. We know that for a fact. So NVIDIA on deck. And why is this not linking up here? NVIDIA, there we go. So that's good there. TSM, I'm not a huge fan of. They're in play today, but they're uh, foreign companies for the most part. Their price action is not as going to be as clean as MU and Nvidia today. AZN, this is Astrax Seneca, and I know we've seen this in the past.
another
Um,
foreign company.
yeah, drop of 3.2 today with not great volume. What's the latest and greatest on this one?
I'll be real frank. I haven't even looked it up. I hate trading this. It's a piece of garbage to even look at, so I won't pay any attention to it.
Yeah, yeah, we know of the ticker.
It's a
We never
3 billion
usually
share
keep it on
float
deck. Yeah.
UK company. Doesn't trade well, not worth the
Mhm.
time.
Not worth looking at this one. Let's move down to ZIM, another one that's not ideal. This is Zim integrated ship, and again, I never look at this one. It's just it doesn't trade very well for me, so we'll keep it off the
Yeah,
list.
these shippers are all, the supply chain issues and shipping demand and everything else with the strong consumer had driven up the prices on these. These shipping stocks can move wildly. Uh, these have come down quite a bit recently with anticipated demand slowing. So, yeah, but as you
Yeah.
said, I'm not a fan of this one either.
No, no, not a big fan. Here is Macy's right now. So they're down 3%. I'm assuming sympathy based on what's happening with Kohl's or anything else.
Yeah, brother,
Who
that's all I see.
yeah, who was buying out Kohl's, by the way? Was it a known
It's called,
company?
I'm, it's not somebody talks about all the time, but it's
Right,
called
right. So I
what
mean, yeah.
franchise group, I believe.
Okay, okay.
They own other stuff, but it was a big deal. It's been talked about
Mm-hmm.
for months, and then it's just off.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So Macy's down here, guys. I'm not sure how good this is going to be. Their daily's interesting. We're sitting at the lows of May here, so that could be interesting as far as a breakdown. You can get some movement towards the bottom, but uh, barely making the possibles list. Only 120,000. I mean, they are a New York Stock Exchange, so you got to give them a little bit more time. Sometimes their pre-market access is not going to be great, but let's see if that gets any better. A couple of more tickers popping up into our gap up list. REV here, Rev is up this morning 5%, and we'll see what happens. This thing started going. Was it yesterday or the day before? It was yesterday. Let's see what happened yesterday. I did not put it on my list. It got going here early on, and for what we know, there was no news that broke out on this, right? So there was no fuel to this. Just be careful. This stock tends to want to meme a little bit. At the open, didn't really do much. At this price level too, it's not moving great for a $5 stock here. So I didn't like it before when it was doing all of this madness here. I definitely don't like it now. And then the other one is Neo. We talked about Neo already. I'm gonna look at XPEV. Very similar charts. I think XPEV will be the one that I'm gonna kind of pay more close attention to now that Neo is kind of on the hit list a little bit here. All right, excellent. Norm, anything that you like this morning so far?
no, I'm still digging in, brother. Got a
Yep,
little
yep.
bit of a late start today compared to usual, so
Yeah, no worries. Good morning, AJ. Good morning, guys. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's take a look at what you guys have on your end. Throw out some tickers here. Day trade, SAC. Yeah, REV. Yeah, it's on the move. It can do that. It did that yesterday before the market opened. Not this early with some decent volume. I'm just not a fan of this, man. It's a risky stock. Be very careful. It is a low flow sitting at 7.6 million shares flow. High short interest there, which is very attractive to stocks that like to meme. So I won't be surprised if this thing will be in play today with that type of action. But that just doesn't fall into my criteria and the way I like to trade there. Anything else? What else we got going? I saw someone else throw out a ticker up here. What was that? Let me scroll back up. Um, Somebody threw out something, maybe not. Oh, that's just a T. I don't think it was T. All right. VRME. VRME. Verify me. VRME needs to get verified with this price action. Here we got, guys, 340 or 488. So there's some good volume coming in here. That was just like 100,000 just coming in there in the last minute and a half. So this thing is moving. It's got some juice to it. Let's give it a little bit of time. Up 54% so far. And the flow on this thing, VRME, is 7 million shares flow. So any news on this, Michael? Did you see anything? I'm going to put VRME here as a risky pile stock for the day. So we'll see if we can get any action out of that. REV, yeah, we did look at that one. And you're saying I like trading it. Regret not trading. Did great on the squeeze at the bell the day before that. Yeah, you can really catch some moves on this. Again, I always come back to, guys. You just gotta have a plan. You gotta have an edge. If you're just gambling and just trying to get lucky, you can. But if that's not sustainable, and you cannot do that over and over again consistently, right? You're gonna get burned eventually. So you just gotta have a plan, right? If that's your style of trading. Approved 1.5 million shares repurchase. Okay, so VRME actually has some news behind it, which that's the type of stuff we like. So yeah, here right now looking pretty good. 584,000 shares traded so far. and looking nice, right? Popped up with some volume, continuing with some volume as well. So that's nice there. Up 60%. This could be nice this morning. All right, let's see what else. Negative
Hello?
news
Oh,
on Meta. Negative news on Meta. What's the negative news we have on our old buddy Facebook? Let's go to Meta and see what's going on. Do we have movement? Hmm. Whatever it is, not creating a whole lot of movement here. Their daily does look very interesting, though. I like their daily. Sitting at an area of support here. I wish they had a little bit more volume. They'll get the volume at the open if the news is significant. But that could be nice there. Got a couple of plays. Even for long, right? If you find support here, this can also trade well to the upside on Meta also. So we'll come back to it. Let's give it a little more room. I'm not sure what the news is, but where Steve is saying there's some negative news there. And as we head down here, yes, guys, for those joining us, good, happy Canada Day, my friends. Enjoy yourself today as we go into a holiday weekend with July 4th, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Really looking forward to this nice long weekend here. All right, I think that's it right now. A whole lot of stocks you guys like this morning, and I completely understand because it's not a lot that looks great. Let's look at some of our favorites like Apple. I'll probably have Apple on my list. I'm probably going to take a look at AMD today as well. It's one of those days where I probably won't be getting the opportunities we've been getting throughout the week. It doesn't look all that great. AMD here, 445,000, not doing a whole lot. Only adding them to the list here because I know they're going to get the volume. Look how steady they are with their almost 112 million shares traded, right? So they're going to get the volume today. It's just, are they going to have a direction that's going to allow us to trade this stock? And just look at AMD's daily too. It's been, I mean, how many red days do we have here? Man, it has not, even on their gap up, they're ending the day on red here. The last couple of days have all been red. I mean, they're just getting destroyed. Oh man, they're probably because they found out Peter is sick and they're not happy about it the last couple of days. Peter's not trading enough AMD this week. So, but yeah, AMD's day looks very interesting. Let's see where that goes today. If it's not going to be choppy. Overall SPY right now, pretty much flat. Not doing a whole lot this morning as of yet. Hopefully that can change, but again, my expectation that is not going to. Jose, you're giving us Amazon. Amazon was amazing yesterday. Already 400,000 shares traded. Yeah, I'll watch Amazon today as well. I'll watch that again. Pretty much flat right now, but this thing likes volume. Gets great volume. Even on days it doesn't do so well, it's got good volume here. Almost what 60 million for the most part. So that's pretty decent for Amazon. So pre-market action is not doing much right now. We'll have to wait for the market open if we're going to have any type of opportunity on this one here. Okay, perfect. I think we're set, man. I mean, it's not a whole lot to go through today.
no,
So
I agree.
expected,
Sorry, I've been quiet.
you
I
know.
was looking at something. I swear a friend of mine started that
Hmm.
Verify Me company a long time ago.
Oh yeah, nice.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, they're doing something today. They got some good news there this morning. Question here, off topic question. Do you know if DAS are planning to add level 2 data to the SIP? No, Phil, I don't think they are. I mean, that's been a question for a very long time. I just don't think they're going to do it. But again, that's just my opinion. I have no leg to stand on that. So I don't know. I don't know. And if they are, who knows when, right? But it's been a while that traders, their customers, myself included, have been asking for that, and they haven't done it. So I know it's not an easy thing to do. That I know for sure. Um, all right, perfect, guys. Let's go to our. Well, it's too early to go to community events and announcements, but let's do it anyways, and then we can get to some Q&As towards the later parts of the show. Let's do that. Let me go over to the website and get you guys our events for this week coming up. Reminder: we are off on Monday, especially for our friends that are out of the U.S. because usually we'll get a couple of people that log onto the chat room and say, "Hey, what's going on? Nobody's on." But we are off on Monday. We'll be back on Tuesday, 8 a.m. with engineering the markets, and also Tuesday, as I'm doing this and pulling this up, we have a couple of webinars. Onboarding class at 7
you have a
a.m.
couple of webinars.
Yes, that's true. Again, I don't know how this happened, how this got lined up this way after a holiday
PPP,
weekend.
piss poor planning.
Oh yes, indeed. I got an email saying, yeah, no problem, and I didn't realize the date that it was. It was a switch of things. but it's all good. So 7 a.m. onboarding class. So guys, don't miss it. Now is a great time to sign up for that because then you have the entire weekend to get set up, get going. Then on Tuesday, you can come in and meet with me and ask any questions you might have already. We'll leave time for questions. And then I'll be doing a pre-market analysis and risk management right after that at 8 a.m. for our elite members. So if you're an elite member, you'll have access to this. And then the following week, we'll have Thor doing a market theory. And we'll go from there.
Yep. The next Wednesday, we've got Dr. Kenneth Reed. I urge you guys to come to this webinar. Dr. Reed is just a deep database of knowledge. He's experienced multiple bear markets, traded through them, dealt with the psychology of them and everything else. Come see this 10 things you need to know about a bear market, 8 p.m. on Wednesday. Then the following week, we'll have Creta, 5 o'clock. Note the special time on the, 13th. Imagining your way to trading success. Some mindfulness coaching there. Don't forget about mentorship Thursday, 11 a.m. with John, 4:30ish with Ed, depending on if he's trading after hours or not, and 8 p.m. with Thor. Don't forget about stocktradingsimulator.com, our free web-based trading simulator. You can also check it out at tradingterminal.com and link through that way as well. And if you're watching on YouTube, haven't been in the chat, you can use the promo code PreMarket24. It'll get you a discount off the intro membership at 7 calendar days or 5 trading days in the room. Does not auto-renew, cancels after that week. And then last couple of days, we're offering this. It's half off the Elite annual membership and a free one-on-one coaching session with Dr. Kenneth Reed. So check that out. Use promo code REED50 for that.
All right. Thank you, Norm. All right, guys, let's get to it. Let's look at our list here, which, again, not great at the moment, but we got a couple of things that hopefully can turn out good if we get something going. So we have webinars on holidays should be a no. CFC. Yeah, well, it's not technically after a holiday, right? It's not technically a holiday that day, but yes. All right, guys, here is Kohl's. Let's do some levels for this stuff here. Kohl's right now, we are down 18%. I mean, love the pre-market at the moment. We're sitting at 28.69. We'll do a level there. And 1.7 million shares traded. News of their buyout catalyst not working out. So that's not going to be happening. And you can see the drop being taking place this morning. So when's the last time we were down here? It looks like it's been a while. I mean, we're doing bad before that. I think on this chart here. Can we go back here? Let's go see. Man, it's been some time. Oh, here we go. There we go. So going back 2020, November, December timeframe.
General Motors GM just went on a news halt.
Oh, interesting.
It'll be interesting to see what comes out of that.
Oh, yeah.
My guess is we've got 45 minutes. They'll probably release the news at the top of the hour, right at 9 o'clock, and hopefully it'll be open for the open.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be good to watch there. On Kohl's right now, we have here's our levels, guys, going back. Some really good trading back in 2020 there. We got 24.07, 25.90. That's below the price action right now, below your low of the pre-market. And then we got 31.16 and we have 34.65. So a couple of really clean levels on there for Kohl's this morning, already hitting some of those in the pre-market, as you can see here and obviously here. So that's pretty good there. Let's add GM here. I'm going to look at GM now. So GM being held on news halt on GM. And I'll add this to my top of the secondary list to kind of take a look at what happens there, what gets released. Next, we have XPEV. XPEV right now up 2.1 of okay volume, 400,000. This is not Neil type volume, right? You're not going to get that, but it's still decent volume for this ticker. 32.85 is the high of the pre-market. Let's get the bottom charts to line up properly here. There we go, XPEV, and then we get our daily. There it is. So 32.87 high of the pre-market. Towards the bottom, you have plenty of stuff, guys. Highs and lows for the last two trading days. And you got the previous day close right and smack in the middle of that as well. So you're pretty much set there. Towards the top, you obviously have the recent high at 35.32. And then you also have 34, which is a decent level here on the daily. You can see the run we had the last couple of weeks. I mean, this thing has been doing really, really well. Let's see if that can continue there with their numbers being released. Their sales numbers being released. Was it yesterday, Norm? I think you mentioned.
Which one? MU
Uh,
had earnings after hours last night.
no, XPEV had sales
That
numbers,
came
right?
out this morning. It's the first. It always comes out starting on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first and the first few days of the month as the various auto manufacturers tally up what they sold for the month. So
yeah, yeah. Here is MU, guys. As you know, earnings already. It's just, again, not so bad. Not a bad drop. I mean, bad, but it could have been worse. Here's MU down 4.8, 874,000. Today they have great volume, guys. We don't see MU do this volume anymore unless they have news like they do now. So good pre-market action right now. Definitely on the list. As far as levels, we have 52.11, high low of the pre-market, high of the pre-market 53.80. And again, as many semiconductors, tech companies, we have not been down here in quite some time. Most likely 2020 around this area, August, October, November timeframe. Towards the top, you can see how the levels we have right here are pretty much highs and lows, doing some support there. Towards the bottom, 49.33. I know that's really far out, but it's such a clean level. You want to mark that just in case. I don't think we're heading down there, but who knows? And then we have another clean level here at 50.90. So 50.90 and 49.33, very clean levels off the daily that you want to have on your chart. So that is MU. Let's take a look at Apple. I have this one not really in play right now. I just put this on there because I'll be watching it based on what the overall market is going to do. At the moment, pretty quiet. 800,000 shares traded, pretty much flat as we speak. 830, 135.41 is the low of the pre-market there. Is that the low of the pre-market? No. Oh, yeah, it is. 135.41 low of the pre-market. And then below that, you have the lows from yesterday over at 133. Look at this drop and look at this bounce. This probably traded very clean. And then towards the bottom, we do have 131.92. Towards the top, as I mentioned, plenty of stuff there, highs and lows. You are set. AMD, same thing here, not really in play right now. It's just overall market movements on these companies. Low of the pre-market, 75.06. And then we will definitely go back quite a bit here. Probably same time frame. Oh, actually, no, a little bit more recent on this one, 2021. May, we did a nice little support area here, 73.04. So that's a good one. I'm also going to mark down right in here. You got a couple of days opening, closing right around 74.55. So I'll throw a level on there. Not as much weight as this 73. I mean, this is you're going to put a lot of weight on down. You can see the support there. But 74.55 can also be on the list as a possible area where you can find some support, a little stutter step if it's going to be that type of day. So towards the top, plenty of stuff there. High of the pre-market, you have 76.09. And then above that, previous day close and everything else falling in line there. Here is Amazon. Again, continues with the amazing volume. 433 already this morning. 105 low of the pre-market. Above that, highs and lows of the last two trading days. Towards the bottom, we got this great level here yesterday at 102. We had a beautiful drop and then pop on Amazon yesterday with some good volume. And then if you look at it below here, you do have a level at 101.55. Highs and lows above the previous day close. The high of the pre-market are all already set for you. So, all right, that is our watch list, guys. Half finger not looking at Neo today, guys. No, I am not looking at Neo for some time. I want to see. Let's let this see what happens. Let's let it settle down with that news, right? Again, it could be nothing, but why risk it? Me personally, I'd rather trade something else. And XPEF today looks really good, actually. Looks very similar to Neo. Has less volume, which is okay, but still 406,000 for XPEF is actually really good. So I have that on deck, and we'll see where that goes there. Uh, and then we'll take David giving us Tesla. Yeah, Tesla's another one that you can look at. It is up 1.1 right now, 397. So yeah, Tesla could be a good one today. I'm going to put it as a possible this morning. Right, guys, that is what we have. We got a lot of time, so we can get into some questions. We can get into any tickers that you might have missed. What do you guys like this morning that we have not discussed? We can get into that. But if you have any questions, now would be the perfect time to do that. Craig is giving us Delta. How are the airlines doing? No, this is not really in play. Um, I don't see anything great on this. Let me see American Airlines. Again, these travel companies just continue to get crushed here. American Airlines down at 1269 from 22, right? When things are kind of looking somewhat decent, down at 12. How about CCL? I know they're not having a great time. They are down at 856, and this is down 1% today. This one could be interesting actually. This one could be one to watch. This could be the sleeper for today. You know how sometimes we have these stocks that are not making a lot of noise, but they can actually trade well. CCL could be that one today, guys. So let's add CCL to the list. Let's see. Drop yesterday, like many stocks did. We had the kind of the drop and then the B reversal bounce here. Amazon did the exact same thing. Again, just kind of following the overall market there. But this one could be good. We're going to see an increase in volume. Well, we have seen an increase in volume with the catalyst that came out of their debt being, way more than what they expected, and just things not getting better as far as travel. So that's going to affect them as well. Um, we'll put that on the list. MU, yeah, MU is good. MU is on the list, definitely in play today. We've seen some really good volume out of MU. Nvidia's looking interesting. It says Kiwi. It's below the demand zone F150. Let's see Nvidia. I thought I had Nvidia. Yes, I do. It's possible here. Yeah, yeah, Nvidia does look good. Maybe we'll replace AMD with Nvidia. Yeah, but Nvidia does look good. Yeah, it's got great movement today. Down 1.8 this morning, 446. But the story here is MU, as you guys know. I think that's the one that's driving things. All right, what questions do we have? Carlos, can you explain what could potentially happen to Neo? Oh, we could definitely explain that. We've seen history do this a couple of times. With the most famous ticker will be LK, Luck and Coffee. And if you guys remember this, Norm, you spoke about this yesterday or the day before, where they got hit with this piece of them cooking the numbers. That's basically what it is, right? Reporting stuff that's not there, and come to find out
Yeah.
it was actually true. They
Yeah.
proved that they were doing that, and this is after they were hit with this short report, and they swore up and down, their CEO and everybody else, no, we're really crushing it, blah blah blah.
No, they're not
And
gonna. What do you think?
yeah,
Oh yeah, you caught me.
yeah, you got me, or at least be quiet, or
No,
be quiet and run away or
no, no,
something.
no, no, no.
Oh, no, 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 no. He went on all kind of media
That's
and
how they always do.
yeah,
Hunt's
and
another one. Remember Hunt?
Hans is another one. Yeah, Hans was
That was
actually
a little bit different. It
crazy.
was not
Yeah,
the same. It was not the same as the others. I mean, these things happen. Green saying Norm
yeah,
loves saying "I told you so." No, I'm just. I'll tell you why it's a big deal to me. I had two people reach out and say that they had LK and stopped trading it because of the conversations I had about it, and they would have been stuck in it and screwed otherwise.
yeah, yeah,
So, and they were unaware of the situation of what was going on. And I don't tell people what to do. Obviously, I'm not giving any advice or anything, but I just, from my own perspective, I won't touch something after that. It's not worth it.
yeah,
Get stuck
yeah,
in a hold. Even so, what happens in these, and it happened with Hunt, happened with LK, and both of those turned out there was some funny business going on. Even if there's not any funny business going on, if there's enough evidence that the short gives to the regulatory bodies and they ask for proof that it's not, they will they will put a halt on your stock indefinitely. It can be months. Hunt halted for like 6 months. LK
yeah,
Hunt
yeah.
halted for I think 2 or 3 months
hmm
before it and then it opened up on pink sheets or whatever.
Yeah,
At
yeah,
a drastically reduced cost. Do you want to freeze up your capital and not be able to trade it for 6 months, 9 months, even if you get it back?
yeah, yeah.
So not worth it.
It's not. It's trading is
David.
risky already. Yeah, David from Connecticut. They are our
Oh, I
friend.
love you, brother.
Trading is so risky
If
already.
you short it, you're tied up too.
Yeah, it's the same thing. You
Same
probably
thing.
can.
If you have a position one way or
Yeah,
the other and it halts, your capital's tied up.
yeah.
You cannot get out of it.
Can't use that money. So this is not ideal, guys. So that's the reason for it. Again, and nothing might even happen with this. Maybe these guys are bogus, but we've seen this play out so many times. There's hundreds of other tickers that we can trade. We don't need to trade Neo anymore. At least again, and we're just saying me and Norm personally. I'm sure there's gonna be some traders that are gonna trade Neo and they're gonna make money and they're gonna do well. But again, I could trade something else. So it's just not what I need to do, right? As Norm mentioned, not telling you guys what to do. You could do whatever you want, but just be careful. Whatever you
Telling you
decide to
what I
do,
won't do.
yeah, exactly. Just be careful. Well, I know you will not be buying any BYND burgers this weekend as you get
Well,
ready
no, you
for.
know what? Now that they've got a new, better look, you jerks
Have
were
they attracted you to the new look?
no. This I don't understand this. So Artie messing with me. Artie is in Denver, visiting, I believe, his girlfriend's family, and I guess they're having. He sent that they're having Beyond Burgers last night in the group text that we have,
Yeah, yeah.
and John pointed out that at the top it says new look. I don't know what looks new. It looks like garbage. Here was mine that I don't quite understand. If you can read this, it says no soy gluten. Soy doesn't have gluten. What? I don't know, man. Get that
There it
garbage
is.
off your screen. No. Oh, that no. No soy, no gluten. Now that makes more sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. Those are both things that the gluten's not that big of a deal unless you have celiac disease. But the soy, no soy is good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting
I'm
stuff.
not for you guys before you send the hate mail. I'm not harping on vegetarian or vegan diets. I just think overly processed food like that is a problem.
Yes, yes, yes. And I know plenty of vegans. I actually met with two of our
It
buddies
doesn't
over the
say soy or
weekend,
gluten, Megan.
and they don't eat that stuff. They don't. They eat
No.
actual, food. So, all right, what else, guys? Let's take a look here. Any questions that we might have skipped here before we go heavy into our debate of beyond the meat. Here is Ford. Ford is starting to move here. What's going on with Ford? News come out in GM already or no?
Yeah, they
Uh,
updated some. They updated some guidance and some other stuff. I was listening to you and Squawk at the same time.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Uh,
JC, yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I know there was some guidance they spoke about. It was actually fairly good. Let me see if there's a time back up. It changed the NASDAQ halt deal. I
Mm-hmm.
don't have a resume time on GM. It's the news pending. I think the news has been released, but I don't have a resume time yet. So we'll see.
Yeah. So JC's asking, is this could it be a coincidence that Neo is trading so bad this year? Yes and no. Tickers go through their stages, right? Where last year, the year before, EVs were just hot. The year before that, we had I forgot what was it before that. It was well, a couple of years ago was the semis, right? MU, no, not semis, but specifically MU years back. So they go through their stages. Then the travel companies were really hot at one point, right? American Airlines was on our list like every day
Travel,
alongside,
airlines and
travel.
cruises when COVID
Cruises,
was going on.
CCL. Yes.
But the
CCL was
new
on our list
business
every day.
thing, there's weed. Weed was a big one for a little bit.
Oh,
It's
yes,
terrible
yes, yes.
now.
Bitcoin, Mara, remember Mara and forget the other ones,
That
but
was
Riot.
that was
They were
never my bag.
no, you never liked Mara and Riot and
No,
all that. Yeah, Mara for
no.
me was pretty good at one point, but now it's just you can't trade them. They're for me at least they're garbage, right? It's just really bad. So, you do go through your cycles on what stocks are good for us day traders, and Neo has not been one of them. They had some good days though, but if you notice the days that were really good on Neo, the overall market was just dropping everything. So you really could have traded anything at that point and you would have done well, right? And we've seen that over the last couple of months, right? Given that this first half has been the worst since on the S&P since 1970. So obviously there were some good downside opportunities. Even stocks that are not trading well on a regular basis are going to give you some good moves, right? And we saw that from Neo a couple of times and many other tickers as well. Here's Piton this morning. Someone brought this up. Who brought this up here? Any reason? Just join. Is Norm pumping BYND and Piton again? Regan, no.
Always.
We're leaving those alone here. Um, so yeah, all right, guys. So I think we're set. Any questions? Great time for questions if you have them. We have plenty of time. We have about 28 minutes. Our watch list today was very easy because there's not a whole lot to go through and watch, right? And today's going to be an interesting day as far as the overall spy and movements. And just to warn you, if you were not joining us earlier, days like this typically tend to be, for the most part, on the choppier side. Right now, this market condition is very different than what we've seen in the past with the way the market has been moving. But
Players are already at their houses in Martha's
they're
Vineyard,
already,
Nantucket,
oh yeah, yeah. Going down the parkway yesterday,
Hamptons.
the traffic was just brutal. People are leaving early. They left yesterday. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
just insane. Um, let's see on our gappers list, not seeing anything that looks interesting. CYTK taking the lead here on the gap up list, but this looks like a no right now. Up 7.8, but just nothing happened on this CYTK. So not liking that there. The daily's just brutal. Um, let's see what's going on. Um, GM employee. Is that what it is? GM has an employee strike. I'm sure that's not helping the situation, but usually they won't go on halt for that though. They won't halt the stock for an employee strike. There's got to be some bigger. Well, we have bigger news obviously on that. Roblox is good for a short. Race TV, you love Roblox. You always throw Roblox on our chat there. Let's take a look here. Roblox. It can go either way, man. Actually, it can really go either way. If you look at this daily here, you had a couple of days in the red, and this to me is probably all market. Really, I don't think it's just them. Who knows? Who knows? It's right at a level that was prior resistance, now acting as a little bit of support. This can go either way. But as far as the pre-market action right now, it's pretty quiet. It's up 1.8. So I don't know. Don't know, man. That can
Oh,
that can
boy.
swing both ways. I've been making money on this all week. Okay, so that's okay. I get it. I get it. Hey, you're attached. You're attached to what's working, and good for you, man. Good for you. But yeah, as far as long or short, we don't know. Stuck between the highs and lows right now. Great daily, by the way. Really clean daily. Just it can go any direction this morning. QQs have a solid bounce this morning off last week's low. Volume, though, is what we need. David from Connecticut, our good friend, which we met at the meetup on, which I saw again, not met, I've known Dave for years. Saw at
Matt.
the meetup
Yeah.
again.
You've seen him
Yeah,
a million
no,
times.
a million times, million times. And that was a whole lot of fun. So, yeah, yeah, here's the cues bouncing a little bit there from yesterday as well. Spies doing the same thing. Um, should be fun how we end the day today. Should be a whole lot of fun. Yes, let's smash the like guys button. We're sitting at 188. We just got to get to 400. We get to 400, then we can be good, relaxed. But if you can help us get there, we appreciate that very, very much. It does help out the channel a whole bunch. And as I always mention, if you like the content, of course, hit that thumbs up. And if you don't, if you're questionable about it, a thumbs up for effort is always very much appreciated. So cut meet up in August. Maybe, maybe. Maybe. I know we're not having a August meetup in Texas, right, Norm? That's not happening.
No, no.
No,
Hey, I mean,
no.
I'm used to it. If you guys want to come down and melt,
Yeah, yeah. I have my brother's up here this weekend from Florida, and he used to live here just 2 years ago. And his body's temperature has changed. He's used to the warmer temperature already. You can tell.
yeah, absolutely.
400 likes, and Peter doesn't watch AMD deal. Oh no, Peter is hopefully Peter's feeling
Don't
better,
do that to him.
but we can't do that. Peter's just coming off of having COVID. He's not feeling well. We can't do that to him. A shout out to him for holding it down with the webinars earlier this week, even through being sick. So good stuff, man. August in Texas is why I moved to Montana.
Getting storms down there. I don't think so. We need storms. There's going to be
Yeah.
some issues with fireworks down here this weekend if we don't have some rain.
Oh
It's
yeah.
dry as a
Yeah.
bone. It's been hot, dry.
What's the
Come
temp right now? Are you hitting like
It's
hundreds or
actually, this
something?
week hadn't been that bad. I got lucky. When I went to Bahamas, it was like 104, 105 and humid every day.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
came back and it's 92 and dryish.
Hmm.
So it's actually been relatively nice.
Good,
but
good,
it's supposed to heat up. But we just haven't had rain in a while. It's been windy. The stuff dries out quick here in the summer.
good, man, good. All right, so GM's opened up here, down 2% right now, 45,000. Definitely on our list. Let's see how this thing plays out as it opens up here and starts getting some good volume this morning. Da-da-da. Yeah, so yeah, we'll be throwing out some more meetups, guys. Definite dates will be announced as soon as they are available. But yeah, there'll be some more meetups this year. We're actually trying to have, and what we encourage people to do, by the way, is don't wait for the big one to happen. So if you're in the San Francisco area, if you're on SoCal, even us in the city, we're trying to plan a smaller one. Just for the local guys that are here, and if Andrew and anybody else can make it, great. But you can plan it within the people there, and do it a couple of times a year, maybe twice a year. And Andrew will try to make one of those, right? So don't wait for Andrew to come down because you should be meeting more than that. I think it's a whole lot of fun. First of all, you have a blast, and I think it's important to do that. Kind of get to know the people in your community. So, all right, GM moving here down 1.8, getting some volume right now. Not crazy volume, but it's starting to pick up here. 50,000 shares since it opened up just a few minutes ago. We'll come back to that, see how that is playing out there. And then somebody said Ford was also, yeah, so Ford is also getting volume. Now, Ford has 1 million, which is not, Ford just doesn't trade very well. So even that 1 million does not look very
That one
interesting.
day it traded good. People are still clinging on to it.
There's like a string of 3 days, and we're like, we're not watching it. And it was like the best,
3, you're giving it.
best trading they had
You're
since
giving
I
it
started
too many
trading.
days. It was 2 days most.
Uh, I think the last time I traded Ford, it was an error. It was a hockey error,
It was
and
an error.
it was a hockey error. And I remember you called it out because it went against me, and it was a very low number of shares. And this thing doesn't move, and I was down like $200 on that. I'm just gonna hold it. I'm just gonna hold this thing until it goes back to break even. But
I
yeah,
think you
Ford.
actually Siri accidentally traded for you. You said you took another trade that went south, and you said something like "f me," and it
It
bought
was
you 1,000 shares of Ford.
it was complete error, and yeah, it's the only time I traded Ford. Uh, that I can remember the last time I traded for sure. Hi, Carlos. I live in a small area. Are there any online meetups? Online meetups like
We've done
metaverse,
online
like the
metaverse.
metaverse. I think we
Yeah,
should do
we
that,
can.
man. We should. We
Yeah,
should.
metaverse meetup. We can snack on Beyond Meat hors d'oeuvres, fake meat,
Yeah.
fake universe,
I'll get one of these.
fake life.
Uh, goggles, whatever, from Meta, and we'll get it going, man. We should do that. We'll have Brian. I know Brian's been to the metaverse. I think Peter has as well. I have no idea how to even do that, but we should have them host one. I think that would be a lot of fun. Um, right. Oh, look at this. BBT ladies happy hour at lunch today. I love the times that they do their happy hours for the ladies are very, very efficient with their time. Lunchtime, 12 p.m. happy hour for the ladies today, guys. So definitely do not miss that. Look forward to seeing the pictures. It looks like you guys are usually end up having a whole lot of fun. So do not miss that if you're a BBT lady. There's the link. Susan will have more information on for you as well.
Hey Megan,
Oculus.
can you have a
Megan.
steak in the metaverse, or would that break your vegan deal? Even though it's fake and not real, like just digital meat.
Yeah. Oh man, you can tell it is Friday. My friend. We're having a good time. Sitting at 300 likes, just shy of 100. So we're almost there. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. For those that already have hit the thumbs up, thank you very much. And for those that haven't, please help us get there. We appreciate it very much. Um, Moderates list right now a little bit early, but so
Fake
far we
NFT.
have, what was it? NFT? What? What?
Rafzilla, the diaper king of Argentina, he posted steak
Oh,
NFT.
steak NFT.
That's a fungus. You weren't here, I don't think, yesterday. No killing
Hmm.
fake animals, Norm.
Oh man.
You weren't. You were either muted or something.
Uh-huh.
Yesterday, Andrew was talking about. It might have. I can't remember if it was in his recap or right before, or right after that.
Yeah,
Talking
yeah.
about crypto and stuff, and talking about who the hell is still talking about NFTs. And I just thought of our fungus nickname for it.
Yeah, someone. Oh, the fungus. Yes, that was good. Um, Someone sent me a YouTube video which was hilarious about Bitcoin. I forgot the name. I got it on my phone, but oh man, I'll send it to you, Norm. It is the funniest thing ever. On the transition of whoever bought Bitcoin back then and now, it's just hilarious. So a lot of great stuff out there. And again, guys, we're just having fun. If you're into crypto and NFTs, please have a sense of humor. That's all it is. We don't want
We've
you
all
going.
lost money somewhere.
Oh, we all lost money in some kind of trading vehicle. What we don't want you to do is do not follow your plan. If you're trading NFTs, you're trading crypto, you're trading whatever you're trading, you better have a plan. And whatever me and Norm say and laugh at or whatever or make a joke of, follow your plan, right? It's very
Yeah.
important. So just keep that in mind. You want to trade Neo because you want to trade Neo. Just follow your plan. Whatever your
Yeah. You
plan
got a
is, just
plan.
stick to it, man. I remember when I was first starting out, I was putting my watches together. We were doing this show very early on. I would say, "Oh, Apple looks good today." Andrew will come on, and this looks like crap. I'm like, What's just happened? Like, I like this
Yeah.
one.
I agree.
He's following his plan. I'm following my plan, right? So just follow your plan, guys. It's very, very important. All right, Megan coming in with her list: SPY, QQQs, AMD, and MU. We'll wait for our moderators to throw their list out, and we'll get going there. See what's happening. Dima has her list out: Kohl's, MU, Amazon. Oh yes, yes, Amazon is perfect. Was so good yesterday, and Apple as well. And we'll wait for the rest of the moderators to throw their list this morning. Quickly looking at our gappers list, I don't see anything else that has popped up. Roblox is coming up now to up 2.4. Race TV, look at this. I don't know if this is going to be a short, man. This daily pattern here looks interesting. Just be careful on that. I'm sure you will. You've been doing well on that one. I'll add Roblox to the list. I think that could be interesting as well. We did levels for everything already, guys. I'm just going to quickly put the charts up one by one in case you're running a little late. You can see the levels right on here. There is Kohl's, which, by the way, right now it is up, down, not up, down 18% with some good volume. This is going to be a good one to watch today because I love these stocks that actually have their own catalyst. Like, they're not just following the SPY.
That's a
This
big
thing is
catalyst.
in play today. We saw CCL being play 2 days ago as well. It was very, very good. So I miss having those days where our list was very small, Norm, and things actually had a catalyst. Like, everything on there was a reason. Now there's just somebody sneezed the wrong way and things go left field, right? So it's just crazy. So Coast
I'll tell you something
has a
interesting
catalyst.
here, man, with this
Yeah.
MU, and it's kind of counterintuitive, but everybody didn't, and we'd spoken about it. I'd spoken about it for the last few days, this MU earnings, and it was bad. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It was pretty horrendous, but sometimes that can mark maybe the starting of a bottom in this sector or something. I'm not saying it is, but it's
Yeah,
something to
yeah.
watch out for. I've seen some weird stuff like that.
Mm-hmm,
When you
mm-hmm.
finally you get the number, it's not a surprise. Everybody was anticipating. Yes, it's selling off. I want to see what MU does today
Yeah, yeah. You can start
because
moving on.
these things
Yeah.
have been in a world of hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you look at AMD is more than cut in half.
Yeah. Yes. 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 Way
It's
more.
high mid 160s and it's at 75 this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're in half. Now, here's the other side of that. AMD, look at 1999, 2000, and the drop there, and it took what? It only took like 18 years to come back to break even if you held through that.
Oh man. I like how he says only 18 years.
Yeah. You could have had a kid
That's
send
half
them
our
through
lifetime,
college,
man.
and you're still waiting for AMD to come
uh,
back.
oh boy, oh boy. Agree 100%. Um, But I'm with you, man. I like that on MU and AMD as well. More on MU, right? Yeah, I like AMU for sure today. It has its own catalyst as well. Apple's, it's just market stuff. AMD, and Amazon, and then we have CCL. So we have a pretty decent list as well. And CCL could be dangerous, guys. I mean, we just don't know where this thing is gonna end up. It's just not looking well for them at all. All right, guys, 9:16. Thank you guys for joining us. Let's go ahead and get our moderators list up over here. I got a few more that are coming in. I'm gonna bring this over. As I'm doing this, did we hit our goal? 15 likes away from our goal, so we're almost there. Get there. If we don't get it, don't worry. I will set up a few fake accounts and I'll get it myself. But I'd rather not. I'm just kidding, of course. I'd rather get your help, guys. Thank you very much. As we're going to this long holiday weekend. Here it is. We have, I read Megan already. I read Dima, Susan, AMD, MU, and Tesla. Brian, Kohl, Meta, XPEV, MU, Baba, and QQQ. And we are all set, my friends. Brian and Andrew trading up next live here, guys, in the chat. So let's get ready for that. Yes,
Before
guys.
we sign off, take a look. Yeah, GM
Yeah.
resumed. I had nothing special there.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing too interesting. It might do something once it opens. It is a
Yeah.
NYSE stock, but usually if it's going to have decent volume, it has decent volume. Just doesn't trade very well unless it has really insane news, and I don't see that as something that we got this morning. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah. Ben, 18 years I might be in the ground. No, Ben, we gotta stick around for a little bit longer. Come on, man. No, 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 no.
you didn't like my
Excellent.
optimistic comment on to his.
Oh man. All right, guys. Guys, have an amazing July 4th
Yes.
weekend. Happy Canada Day to our Canadian friends. Enjoy yourself today. And again, it is Friday. It is a long weekend Friday. So you know what that means, guys. Just be mindful of your trading today. Nothing worse than going into a weekend knowing that you broke your rules. I know I tell you this every Friday, but someone needs to hear this today. Might be you, needs to hear it again. So just be mindful of that. Be very disciplined. Follow your rules. Today is a holiday weekend. Things are not gonna can be a little bit choppy. So if you find yourself stopping out 3 or 4 times, maybe it's time to take a break and just call it a day and go start your weekend a little bit early, right? No problem in doing that. Hardest part about a trader is knowing when not to trade. So when it's time not to trade, make sure you know the signs and don't trade and save that capital for Tuesday.
Yep, we got it.
I guarantee you
Brian's
the
coming on in the
market
room.
will be back. Oh yeah, Brian is on.
Trade
Guys, take care.
safe.
See
Be
ya.
smart. Happy birthday, America.